volume, my regular tablet, nothing changed here. How are you doing today?
Oh, okay.
Okay, anything you would like to begin with? As of technical difficulties or whatsoever? We do not have as much time, but let's try to be productive.
No, not really. Someone came to check for bed bugs today to before the renovations. So I was actually sitting there thinking pissy thoughts like, well, my assumption now should be, since they came to check before, is that they won't bring me any bed bugs. And I'm actually sitting here thinking, well, I have to be leaving my things with strangers. Not that I really care about my things, but once we get to mental health, you'll start saying like they should care about personal items, right? Personal choices, personal items, right?
Who should care about personal
I should care about my things, right? Or I shouldn't.
Okay, give me the whole situation again. You should care about your things, meaning your personal belongings, your documents, your what exactly?
Exactly. Whatever things I might have to leave in the apartment with them while they're doing these renovations.
I mean, the most important things, which would be your documents, if you have any cash, maybe some, I don't know, pictures, maybe some certificates that you have from past.
But everything else is unimportant, right? It's just the documents.
You cannot.
The documents that tell me who I am and where I live. I couldn't just
I doubt that you can take everything with you for stuff like this. It would be more reasonable to discuss it with maybe.
No, I know. It just seems that this whole thing, just like anything, is sort of aimed at stressing me. And, it's aimed at stressing me with the idea of getting, people to believe that they're helping, Because I really don't need these renovations. It's not really going to make my life better.
I am not working in construction, neither I'm working in a housing development.
I know.
There are some rules in order to do renovations and check in, say for, I don't know, gas tanks, electricity. If you live in the building, if it's not a house that is maintained by one person, they have those things scheduled. And it's not about each and every individual. This is how things are going. And unfortunately, there is not much people can do about it. It's supposed to just be a regular planned renovation. Based on what you described to me, I think that's what they're trying to do.
It's just none of this is like regular. It's just nothing's regular, like whatever. I'm just gonna hold too, and then I'll get to voicing my grievances when somebody's listening, because honestly, I don't even know what to say at this point.
So they were, what you're trying to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're telling me they were not really asking questions, they just came and told you like, hey, we need to do this, take your stuff and leave.
No, I'm just sitting here wondering like who this renovation is for, because I'm still thoroughly convinced I'm the only one that belongs in this building, like salary wise, So I'm not sure like, this building is for poor people. I guess it's for poor people, but I feel like I'm the only poor person in this building. They sure don't behave like normal people, my neighbors. So
what made you think so, and what defines poor people and not poor people? Isn't it about their income?
About their income, exactly. It's nothing I could prove. That's why I said I'll voice my grievances at a later date. I don't have nothing to say right now. Because, like, you know what it is? Like, all the stuff I've been saying, the crazy stuff that I first got jerked around, like, and hit for, like, the crazy stuff about the FBI and stuff, people are, like, coming around and they're, they're dealing with it because they have to, but it's still not in a sensible way. It's still, like, we're dealing with all the stuff that's been going on in this building, but to me, it's not in a sensible way.
What would be the sensible way? So I understand what
I'm not sure. You know why I'm not sure? Because I'm a little, like, woman. I'm a civilian mom. And I'm not sure what the sensible way would be.
So you
But
don't like
I'm sure when I hear somebody's nonsense, I'm sure it's nonsense. It's whether or not I have to be quiet and eat their totalitarian bullshit or not. Because I can understand how these systems work together too. You know? Like welfare, police, EMT, I don't know. I just sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this ain't working. I wonder who's working on checking up on all this bullshit.
Do I understand you correctly? You don't like the way they're taking care of things, but you cannot describe how would you want this to be.
First of all, I can't even prove what they're doing because the issue is that there's enough people to go along with any sort of corruption because they're poor and just not even say anything. So I wouldn't even people just make money plans and make big documents. What does that have to do with me? You know? How's it helping my life or my lifestyle? And I'm the only poor person here. You know?
Do you know everyone who lives in the building?
Vaguely, I have an understanding. I told you about my neighbor, right? The one with anxiety disorder, whose name is Iris. And that's coincidentally, that's one of a band that I really like too. Yeah, so other than her, yeah, she was knocking on my door last night. Vaguely, I don't talk to most of them, but I'm just saying, you think they're all super excited? They give little interviews on how they're happy to make their little poor lives better. This whole building of people? Or you think they're a little bit shy?
Do you think renovation is really aimed to such a big thing as making someone's life happier? I think it's just a renovation. They just paint it more.
Well, it sure is a fucking lot of money for the city. I'm sorry. So it better be making somebody happy. You know?
I mean, happiness is a very strong statement here. They just painting walls. Same as for when spring comes, someone will be hopefully cleaning.
Well, I could take that same amount of money and maybe put it somewhere else and actually make people happy and make people productive, make the economy a productive place, you know? Because it just feels like they're cleaning up after pigs. Am I the pig? I don't know. These aren't normal poor people. That's what I'm telling you. Because there's moms and stuff. There's single moms like me. And there's single moms that, on paper, they look like they're better than me. Like they've been at it. Like they've been in nursing, this, that, the other thing. And they're sort of oblivious to the fact that people are stealing their money, their livelihood. And this happens all the time.
To discuss who they are, we really would need to know some of those people. Because how many floors
would they? I would love it if somebody would get to know them. But the problem is that, it's just me. I'm the odd one out, Do I want people to get to know me? I feel, nah, not really. Because they don't like me, I could tell. Maybe some other people got to know them and got to know me. And then we'll see what happens. That makes me happy.
What's the date that they're giving to you for the whole thing happening? Since they're ready
May.
to the next step with
May. I don't know why I went off on this. I didn't even plan it. It's just my neighbor was knocking on the door, telling me there's a meeting, and they're telling us what to do and stuff. And it was almost am I supposed to find this disturbing or funny? Because what the hell? Am I supposed to go to this meeting and derive something out of it? Because, anytime some service is presented to me, it's almost awkward. It feels like I'm servicing them with my presence in my body. I think that's how this came about. This came to be, this whole, anti-corruption agenda that Trump has going, because there's similar situations throughout,
This sounds very heavy, but I really do hope that it's just gonna, whatever they do, that they're gonna wrap it up really fast and just
fast. Yeah.
Short period of time when people return home.
Fast. I was thinking the same thing. I don't know.
So, are you planning to attend this neighbor meeting?
It already came and went.
Oh, okay.
Anna.
Or maybe Iris.
You made me think of something. Oh, wait, we were talking about it last week. That's why you made me think of it. Like, you were talking about how, like, my feelings about, like, all this stuff that's going on. I think we started on it last week, so I'm still thinking about it. Like, I just worry about stuff being sabotaged because I feel like I'm not, like, in control, you know? And all these people, they're working together in, like, these, like, very vital agencies and like, I'm just sitting here like, how do I get my food and how do I get my rest and stuff? And it's just very, very heavy.
That's what called anxiety and overthinking. And believe me when I say that all of us are in the same boat right now. Just because lack of control causes a lot of anxiety. Because yes, we don't know what's going to happen. Not even in the scale of the city, but even in the scale of our own lives. And the best way here would be to live day by day. Get yourself a list of tasks, smaller ones, and break the bigger to the small. Because, like, honestly, we cannot affect on how this will continue unless there will be another election. There is not much we can do, right? So it's kind of.
But I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not against this. You're the one that's against this. You know, I'm a Trump supporter. That's why it's strange. You know, isn't it strange?
I still discuss my political views.
I understand that you're not allowed. I'm allowed.
Yeah, correct. So because, you know, we don't talk about God and politics and stuff.
I'm not into politics at all, but, you know, something's got to give. It's been building so long, the bullshit, that I'm glad to see this president in office. I'm glad, and you know, if it were possible, I hope he runs again.
So what are you worried about? If that's what you...
I'm worried about everything because I'm in a physical situation here, you know? And people are knocking on my door, you know, I don't know them, I don't know what they know, you know?
Wait, who else is knocking at your door except for the neighbor?
Except for the neighbor, the bed bugs guy, all the renovations guys, and it's more and more people that, like, assume because I'm in this situation that they're smarter than me and they're better than me, and it takes a toll on me emotionally. And kind of so do you know? But I've grown stronger because I have to discuss all these things that are so fucking obvious to, like, people that actually care about me, you know? But I have to discuss them and then I have to prove them like a point that I'm suffering, you know? And it's very fucking difficult, you know? So.
Hold on, let's stop here. That's actually the perfect example of how to break the bigger to smaller one. Specifically the bug guy and renovation guys.
Yeah, I know, that's obscene. That's why I said at a later date this would be discussed, where the emotions are coming from. Because it seems to you that I just have anxieties, that I'm, you know, like, wired wrong or whatever you're trying to, like, pull on me. But really, like, I don't think anyone could live like me. And if somebody acknowledges this at a later date, I'll be like, winner, chicken dinner, you know? But I guess, you know, I'll have some
fish.
It's
interesting that often whenever you feel this way, you often try to kind of guess what am I thinking, and the phrase is like, you're trying to put me. I'm not trying to put, I'm here to listen. I'm not putting me.
I know, I'm waiting for the day when you quote me and like, you know, say, oh, I'm through with this girl. She just said, winner, chicken dinner. And she presses a big red button and says, I don't even know what she fucking wants.
And you disagreed because for personal reasons, which I respect, I just think that if there is something that gives you so much disturbance, we can track that there are patterns, that those moods, they happening after certain weeks, so we can see the patterns.
You know about patterns. You know how patterns form? They form in an enclosed system, in a like a habitat environment. So you have to also figure out what is the extent of the environment where these patterns are forming. Does this person need to be removed from this environment or not? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the ghetto. Maybe you'd sit here for another 6 months, cough it all up to my so-called anxiety and ghetto life. I don't know. You know?
Are you interested in trying something new though? Are you interested in exploring? What is it?
I feel fucking paranoid trying exploring.
You know? That's a good word to explore. Feeling paranoid may get us closer to the idea that if there is something, if this years of anxiety and depression caused you, say, a mood disorder, that sometimes you get in depression and you think that everything is bad, and other times you're feeling this way and you say, like, I feel like I'm paranoid. That's what I'm talking about. That's a mood disorder. Feeling depressed and then feeling paranoid. We can connect it together and can work on it to make you feel
I'm having
better
a hard time with this
better.
because the whole point of me talking about my feelings is so my behavior could be like manageable, right? So
we
what,
get it
the end goal
closer,
for you is to manage my behavior. It's not my emotions, right? You know, and
look, it's
basically I've been saying things I'm not supposed to say. I think.
No, it's the triangle of cognitive behavioral work in general. Your thoughts, your mood, and your behavior, everything is connected. That's why.
Yeah, to the environment, to the habitat, and you know what? Like small-minded people, they'll find any excuse and any write-off as long as this person's behavior is manageable. So I fucking feel like this whole situation is orchestrated with the renovations and everything just to stress me out. Because I don't really think they have a solid plan for anything or for the betterment of anything or anyone, including themselves. Any of these people. Sorry, was it too much? See, that might be anxiety.
No, it's not too much. It's actually, that's a little bit of a progress. You may not, I am sorry every time you're saying like, oh, you think I'm crazy, or you're thinking I'm this and that. I'm not. But what I'm trying,
because one of these days I'll let it all go, and then it'll be like she is crazy.
I don't think.
Or you're all corrupt, and it's either or, right? Or both. Or both.
I would just want you to remember how you feel today versus how you felt 3 weeks ago, to see the difference and how the mood changes and how external factors are provoking you to feel this way.
That's right. It is external factors, because how I feel is not important. I'm still here. That's what's important.
Yeah. Because, let's remember that. Let's try to write this, when the mood goes up, when the mood goes down, to find the similarities, what provokes them.
I'm sorry?
That's how similar situations provoke your mood to go either up or down, and we can recognize it. On a scale, if we take a year, if we unwrap the year in weeks, and if we just draw this little diagram and trying to see how were you feeling. Okay, renovation started, the mood slowly went down. Then, I don't know, things are going irregular. The mood gets evened. Maybe it's just my mind is trying to find, a diagram, something graphic to it to see. But does it make sense?
I'm not heavily into patterns, or there's actually get a clue. There's people that are so scared of AI systems that what you just did right there was like a dance move with the graphs and stuff. I have no clue about psychology and psychiatry, and I don't know how you people deal with people or stereotype people. That's what I wanted to say to you. But about the graph thing, I'm not terribly into conforming right now, because basically the people that are in my immediate like my neighbors, you, whatever, they're either being extremely fake with me so I can find no words to cling to for an emotional connection, or they are just what they are and I just can't get along with them. So I'm trying not to conform to these people, because at some point in my childhood I saw patterns. I saw 5 days a week I work and I'm doing something for everyone, then on the weekend I go out, I have a sex life, a career. Right now I'm not looking at this. Right now this would be disrespectful of me towards myself to pretend that I'm normal enough to go through these exercises.
Why pretend? Why you use the word pretend? Are you not? Do you think you're not capable to do the same?
I don't want to conform to these people. I don't want to see my patterns in this situation, because it is my environment. It is not me. I'm telling you once more, nobody normal in their right mind would be able to live with these people in this neighborhood, dealing with this garbage the way that I deal with it. And I've told you before what I thought what was going on. You don't really care.
Remember how when you brought this up before, not when you're telling me that you're feeling that, Anna, you think I'm psycho, but the times when you're thinking like that, you have no mood. We discussed, is it possible to get back to your caseworker and see if there is another housing opportunity available? Because I'm saying
every couple of months they do this. No, it's too late for me to move around. The level of involvement.
Right.
Look, they had to clean a whole building out because Ilona was here.
I had a 74-year-old client who had a horrible situation with their neighbors upstairs. We've been talking through this over 9 months. I would say closer to a year. And finally, this client moved to a new place. It's not impossible. If you put your mind to it, if you will be persistent as you can be, anything is possible.
See, I don't think that's what's going to happen. So, you keep that in mind. Because, you know what? I feel like had you actually care about my life, you would be telling me maybe something different. That you shouldn't have to move. That you should, reaffirm yourself. Have the confidence to deal with this. It's just another building. It's just... Wherever I move, there'll still be the same issues will still follow me. What is this moving? It's a quick fix? I don't think so. It's a quick fix not for me. Because I've dealt with people throughout the city, and similarly so, they're not concerned with my life.
Would you want me to say that?
To say what?
Everything you just mentioned. To stay, be more confident, deal with it. That this is just it's going to happen everywhere.
But then I won't be moving, and then whoever has to deal with me staying here is going to have to deal with that. So I don't know whoever assumed that my moving is a good idea or whatnot. I don't even know, because I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, can I go now because it's 1 o'clock right now? Because I don't think that. Can we leave it at this? I don't think that you want what's best for me, and we're not gonna push on this, because I also feel like the next person would be the same as you. So
I want to remind you that I'm not here to want anything what's best for you. I'm here for you to say out loud what you want for yourself. And sometimes
justice,
this is
not good for you.
Transference or counter-transference
But not justice. It's not good for everyone, right?
I mean, it's interesting how you change the roles, because this is supposed to be you for yourself, not me for you.
Okay, so that's me for myself. So it doesn't work for everyone.
If you want what's best for you, that's
the people I would sue. The ways that they came at me and my child.
I will agree on this, because it's 1:05 and I do see my 1 p.m. joint session. Let's pick up from this next week, and I hope if you will move by then, I hope they will do it quick. Then maybe you will move back in and we will talk how it was. Okay. But if anything, let me know.
I mean, wait! Before you go, next week they're coming to do measurements in here.
Okay.
So next week I can't do next week.
Okay. Would you want to skip it, or do you want to reschedule?
Can I just skip it?
Okay, sure. Yeah. So I'm scheduling you to the 26th. But if you will feel overwhelmed and if you will need an emergency session, hold the clinic. They will let me know, and I will call, and we can figure something out during the week on some unusual day, if that works, okay?
Okay. Take care. All right.
Thank you. Have a great week, Ilona. Bye.
You too.